Hey guys, Jessica Peterson here. I just got off the phone with Tiara not too long ago, and she accepted this video on your behalf, and I'm super excited she did, because I'm going to go over a few things, a couple strategies that if you apply, that you can start applying right away, and it's going to make a significant impact on your business. And I know this because we've used these exact same strategies with over 50 other restoration companies and contractors just like you guys. And when we applied these exact same strategies, it made a huge difference. And I'm not talking just a couple extra jobs per month. Okay? We're talking significant, reaching goals they did not think they would ever reach. So this is huge. So please feel free to take these strategies, run with it, start applying it today, and start driving those customers to your website. Or if you would rather have help getting there, go ahead and reach out to us, because this is what we specialize in. But either way, please apply these strategies so you can start driving more customers and converting more jobs. Okay? So we're talking three main topics here. We're talking about content, citations, and backlinks. Okay? We are on your website. You do have a nice looking website. Unfortunately, Google doesn't rank based on appearance, although they do rank on readability and usability. And so I would encourage you to increase the font size in some of this, because I am having a hard time reading this. And so if I'm having a hard time reading, the older community is going to have a hard time reading as well. So that's just a little piece of advice. I like that you have a click to call phone number on top. And you do a form on top. Perfect. I recommend this to everybody, because once you get people to your website, you want to convert them. So you want to make it as easy as possible. Now, you guys offer a ton of high ticket services here. Water installation, plumbing, restoration services, water damage, all of these are high ticket. So you want to be found for each of these services in all the areas that you serve, right? So in order to do that, you have to have the right type of content. So I'm happy that you have all of these pages. You 100% need these at the bare minimum, okay? Separate page for every service. And then Google ranks based on content. So content can be videos. It can be images like these here. But you have to make sure they're optimized. So this has your brand name, which is okay, but 99% of your customers aren't searching by your brand. They don't know who you are yet. So you have to use those local keywords. So every image needs to be saved with those local keywords. So Phoenix water damage restoration Phoenix. People search differently, so you need to capitalize on the way people search as well. And then looks like you serve several areas. I don't know if you have separate service area page for each, but I do hope you do, because simply just listing the names is not enough to be found in those areas for your services. So it all comes down to the content of the homepage, your service, and service area pages. They are critical. Now, when it comes to written content, you want to make sure that you have at least 1,500 words or more of content on this homepage. This homepage is the most important page of your entire website, because it ties all of these other pages together. It basically wraps it with a nice pretty bow. So we have to have a good quality homepage that briefly summarizes each of those services and goes after those local keywords. But we also need to have more content than our competition. So if your competitor has 1,500 words, you need to try and go after 1,800, 2,000, did I say keywords? Content. written content. So if they have 1,500, you want to go after 1,800 or 2,000 words of content on that homepage. And then just make sure that all of your pages, have a good content and keyword strategy. Use long form blogs. All of those are content. Okay. If we were to look at your top competitor for water damage in your area, we have Rocky Mountain Restoration, also a nice website. They also offer a variety of services, and they have residential and commercial. They have separate pages like you guys. They do have separate page for every single area that they serve. They write a lot of long form blog content. They have their forms up at the top as well. But they don't have much written content. Probably about the same amount as you guys do. But they do have their content dialed in. So they are focusing and having the right repetition of those keywords. So you've got to make sure that you have that content and keyword strategy in place. And then to beat these guys, which is possible, you just have to do better. More content, more pages, blogs, and dial in that keyword strategy. Now, as we talk content isn't just what's on your website, but it's also the content you put out on the internet. That's content on your social media pages and Google Business Profile, okay? And so all of those, you need to be written about your services and use keywords, because each one of those, again, sends more information to Google to help them understand who you are and to send customers your way. So as we know, most people will come to Google, do a search like this, and then what we want to happen is to have your business show up when they do those searches. And there's 3 different spots on the first page of Google that your business can have good position in. The first section is the ads, and this can be really lucrative as long as you have everything dialed in. You have the good foundation and your processes are dialed in. But if that foundation is not there, this could be a huge money pit, and I would avoid that until you get that fixed. And focus on these other 2 areas, because this actually gets majority of the traffic. So this is the map pack, your Google Business Profile. And you want your profile to show up here in this top 3 in your service area for each of those services. Because 30% of people come straight to these maps and don't go anywhere else. So when you're not one of these top 3, you're leaving money on the table and you're sending every single one of those jobs to your competition. So if you're not up here where you need to be, you need to optimize your profile with citations. And that's going out and listing the name of your business, your address, phone number, and website in a bunch of directories. Directories are things like the Better Business Bureau, Yelp, Angie's List, Houzz, Yellow Pages. All of those are citations. You need more of those than your competitors. And again, every single one of those are sending additional signals to Google to tell them who you are, what areas you serve, so Google can send you customers. So these are really important. And this 3rd section here is the most important section in Google. This is the organic section. We need your business to show up here, because 60 to 70% of all website searchers or people that are searching the internet come straight to this organic section. So with you not being listed here, you're losing 60 to 70% of your jobs every single month. So in order to get here for your services, it all comes down to this foundation of this website, having it properly built out with the right content and keyword strategy to drive that traffic and get these high ticket jobs, okay? And then you're going to support all of this with backlink SEO. So This is Ahrefs, a paid tool we use to tell us how your website is performing. And as we can see here, you have a domain rating, which is your website as a whole, of a 9 out of 100 in Google's trust flow. So Google doesn't trust your website. And that is partly because of the content on your website. But more importantly, it's because of the power you're sending to your website. So like all the tools we use, they require power. And so your website is powered by backlinks. So we need a lot of these backlinks, but not all backlinks are created equal. We need to be only going after the good quality, do follow backlinks, mostly related to our services. And the fact that you have over 200 backlinks and a score of 9 tells me that you got some spammy, junky links in there that are actually hurting you. So we could go out and try and get backlinks from Pizza Hut and Burger King, even though those are highly trusted sites, but you don't serve food. So those would actually be spam instead and hurt you more than they'll help you. So we have to go after similar types of businesses, other home service businesses, vendors, etc. So you need a lot of those backlinks. You need more than your competition. We need to be sending them every single month. And as we do, your authority score is going to go higher. And as Google trusts you more, it's going to promote your website. It's going to help your keywords rank. And people that are searching for your services are actually going to come to your website. Okay? Now, you have actually been indexed for 190 keywords, but you're only getting 39 people on average to your website per month. And if we look at your keywords, they're 10 spots per page on Google. Okay, so we do have a couple keywords that are ranking. Of course, your top spot is your brand, but again, 99% of the people don't search that. So what you're currently ranking for is sewage, cleanup, and backup, which is a good start. And this is in Gilbert. So it's a good start. We have to start somewhere. You're ranking for something. But we got a lot of work to do. You have a lot of high-ticket services that you don't have keywords indexed for, let alone the ability to rank for. So you have to work on that content and keyword strategy and then support it with your backlinks so that you can get them ranked and convert more deals every single month. We look at your competition. They have a rating of a 28 with over 2,000 backlinks, 1,500 keywords, and they're getting over 4,000 people to their website every month, and they don't even offer all the additional services you offer. So you're missing thousands of potential website traffic every single month. And if we were to look at just water damage in Phoenix, like I said, people search differently. Here's 5 variations of water damage help in Phoenix, okay? And there's over 1,200 searches every single month just for that one service and just in Phoenix. So you can imagine if you optimize your site for all your services and your service area, the type of volume you could have coming to your website and the amount of customers that you could have, okay? So it is absolutely possible to be more competitive and to outrank your competition, but you do have to follow the strategies I've just provided. And when you do, you have a huge opportunity to be able to dominate for some of those services. So please feel free to take this information, run with it, apply it yourself, or if you'd rather focus on what you do best and have us help you, go ahead and give us a call, because at Peterson SEO, this is our specialty, and we specialize in working with businesses just like you. So feel free to respond to my email or give us a call, and we'd be happy to chat. Thank you so much for watching, and I do look forward to hearing from you soon.